Hey guys, this is OddOneGaming. This is going to be another Raid Shadow Legends video. I am back again with another Helicath team. So this time around, I'm trying to show a team with using Ninja. As we all know, in general, Ninja is kind of difficult to get to be speed-tuned in these types of teams because of his A1 getting third meter every time he does it, and you know the ticks of the clan boss can be really tricky. So you know it's kind of difficult to do it, to bring Ninja in there, even though we all know he's a monster of a DPS champion whenever it comes to bosses. So yeah, I kind of looked into it a little bit and I found out that Deadwood Jedi actually did a video on this one. Shout out to Deadwood Jedi. I think he found it from somebody else that tested it out, and basically I'm bringing to you as it is called. It's the Ninja Helicath Unkillable. So this is the one that's on the Deadwood Jedi website. I hope I remember to pin this one in the description. These are the speedtunes, and it's, you know, it's a little bit tricky and kind of finicky to work out. However, it's worth it. If you don't have any other better options, and you know your best DPS you can get in there is Ninja, if you cannot do 2-key Ultra Nightmare with anybody else, then you know you're gonna need to do this team. It's like I said, it's a little bit finicky. It works on Ultra Nightmare and Nightmare, but it has a little bit of a tricky thing when it comes to Nightmare if it's forced. I think from like I tested a little bit from what I could, because you know I don't always have the right affinities to do this, and you know I tried to do most of the things in a few days, as I think by the time this video goes out I'm on holiday, so you know it's kind of hard for me to try and do the perfect testing. However, you can check the speedtunes that I'm showing. You can also check Deadwood Jedi's video on it. Let me see, I think it's here at the top. You can check his video on it. You know, maybe you don't understand the way that I explain it well enough, you can go and check Deadwood Jedi's one out. So basically this team obviously relies on Ninja being the main DPS in there. So I guess what I'm going to do is I will be showing you the run. You know, I'm not gonna play the whole thing, but I'm gonna cut through in the middle. You know, it's gonna be a song on the background, and I'm gonna come back so we can see the DPS, the damage that we have done, and then I can show you the presets, and then I can show you the build. So be right back, guys. And I am back. I mean, look at this damage. It's insane. You know, Frozen Banshee did do a lot of damage herself because of her poisons. Doom Priest did a decent amount of damage, but nothing too crazy. Helicath, as usual, 8.6 million, not too bad. Resin, okay, he was wrong affinity, but still, he did decent enough. And hiding behind me is obviously the insane damage missing Ninja, 16.1 million damage. So obviously he's an insane damage dealer to bring in you know, in all clan boss teams if you can. And like I said, if you do not have a better DPS or like somebody that's decent enough like Ninja to use in the clan boss, then you would definitely use Ninja in there. Honestly, the one thing that I've noticed myself is I'm trying not to lock my Ninja into the demon or clan boss because he's so useful in regeneration set. I have a video on that if you wanna go check it out. He's so useful in regeneration sets against Doom Tower bosses and against Hydra that I'm using somebody else. You know, you can always use Fanes, Ragnars, Anaxes, you know, there's different other DPSs. But if you don't have a better one, obviously go for Ninja because he's gonna do awesome job for you. So let me just show you first of all the presets. Hopefully I still have a key. If not, I'm just gonna have to get another one. Okay, still have a key. So basically the way this one goes is you want to have Helicath prioritize the A3, then the A2, Resin nothing, Ninja, you have to make sure he prioritizes his A3, otherwise he gets too much turn meter on the A1 sometimes, and it can become complicated and it might fall out of sync and it's not gonna work. So make sure A3 first priority, A2 second priority. That's what makes it work. Doom Priest nothing, Frozen Banshee nothing. So let me actually show you again on the calculator. So the way that I have it, it's like Frozen Banshee 172, 173, 254 Helicath, 177 Resin, and 186 Doom Priest. I try to just put Resin there, you know, I'm trying to be as, you know, as friendly as possible, because maybe there's usually people that like, you know, I don't have this champion, can I use this one? I don't have this champion, who would you suggest? So, you know, I try to make it so it's champions that everybody has. Like if you have Ninja, I'm quite sure you're gonna have a Frozen Banshee pull from mystery shards. If you already got Helicath, obviously you'll check in this video, so that's, you have Helicath. Resin is a fusible champ. The only problem would be the Doom Priest. So let's say you do not have the Doom Priest. If you don't have the Doom Priest, you have another options to bring on the Frozen Banshee slot. You bring somebody that does block debuffs. If you want to try and do it for Spirit specifically, you need somebody like a Brogni. So if you get somebody like a Brogni in here and Frozen Banshee move it to this spot, then you're protected. You have the block debuffs. Let me see, falls into sync, should fall into sync somewhere here if I just do it, yeah, like that. So basically you have somebody like a Brogni, like a Tatura Rhyme that used to be a fusion. There's Riho Bone Spear, you know, it's true they're legendaries, but these are the options that you can use. Or if you want to go really budget, you can go have marked here to block the you will have marked to block the stun if you really want to do that. Let me see, is this one? Yeah. So you have marked block the stun, and then you have somebody here in the 186 spot that does like a single target, like an AoE cleanse on 3-turn cooldown, like a Reliquary Tender. You know, so like let's just put Spirit in here, and you see, okay, you get decreased speed. Let's put Reliquary Tenders cleanse, delay there, and boom, everything should fall into sync. Let me see, where's the cleanse actually? Yeah, okay. So if you do the cleanse, then everything else falls into sync again. So, you know, there's options and options, but I tried to show the most basic one that I could. So as you saw, this was for Nightmare though. So Nightmare, what you have to do is Ninja, you have to delay his A2 and A3 2 turns. So you have to do A1 twice with Ninja, and with Helicath, you have to delay his A3 once in order for it to work. After that, you know, everybody else can do whatever, depending if you use the previous one, like I showed this one, everybody else can do, you know, Resin can do his stuff, Frozen Banshee can do his stuff, Doom Priest can do Doom Priest. But if you brought the other ones, then obviously try and keep the skills as I'm showing you here, you know. Make sure the A3 falls before the stun, and make sure that the cleanse comes straight after the second AoE if it's Spirit. You know, Spirit is usually the one that makes it tricky for affinities. But let me show you the builds and the exact speed. So let's start with the speeds. Like I showed you before, the speeds are 254 for Helicath. So Helicath needs to be 254. I gave you, you know, some decent damage in there. Don't have accuracy, don't have 100% crit rate, you know. I just try to hit the stats in there and just put leftover gear on him. These are his masteries. Obviously the standard, you know, clan boss and damage masteries down here, and then this one I put it to extend some of his buffs because it's not gonna influence anything from what I've tested so far. If I'm wrong, just let me know in the comments below. Then Doom Priest, which is the second fastest, 186 speed. Again, overkill on crit rate, gave her some attack. I put her actually even in toxic because the debuff bar will not be full all of the time just by Frozen Banshee on her own. These are the masteries I use for Doom Priest. Obviously, you prefer, instead of Grim Resolve, prefer to have Heart of Glory. I didn't reset all the masteries to make everything perfect, everything min-max. I try, usually when I do these kinds of stuff that looks like, you know, let's call budget, or we call them free-to-play friendly, I try to make them relatable, so I don't try to min-max the hell out of them. If I'm gonna min-max something, I'm gonna try and make wonky stuff. That's a different story. Then the next one's Resin. Resin's 177, 100% crit rate, obviously accuracy, so he lands his decreased defense weaken and decent damage. Then the Resin Masteries, let me move myself out of the way. Again, this one you don't want Grim Resolve, you would go on Heart of Glory, but I didn't reset it, it's fine, it still did enough damage. Then you would have Ninja 173. The thing with Ninja is like this. Ninja has to be one speed, from what I've tested, has to be one speed faster than the slowest one, which in our case is Frozen Banshee. Or if you're gonna use a marked, Ninja has to be just one speed. I tried with two from the calculator, it looks complicated, but if you just put Ninja one speed faster than your slowest one, everything should be fine and you should not have a problem. So like these are his stats. Like, yeah, he actually has Ninja's built well, but you know, he can actually smack. He can actually smack, especially with this one. And these are Ninja's masteries. Obviously, for these types of tunes, you want to get Master Hexer and, you know, Snipers for a chance to extend his HP burns, his decreased defense, for example. If you don't bring somebody like a Resin, if he's your only decreased defense champion, then having the support route going for Ninja is the best. And then Frozen Banshee, first her masteries, again. See, Grim Resolve, I should have Heart of Glory. I didn't reset the masteries. As long as you have, you know, War Master and Life Drinker, that's fine. This is getting the right perfect masteries is min-maxing at that stage. And again, Master Hex is really helpful here because she goes on a 1-to-1 ratio, so she might not have... so getting the chance to extend that poison sensitivity would help a lot. And she is the 172... Ninja 173, like I said, and you know, decent survivability stats. Another quick thing, please bear in mind, depending on affinity, if you have Helicath's A2 fully booked on a 3-turn cooldown, the person that is the slowest in your team on that tune will not have the shield. So if Frozen Banshee is the one taking the stun, so if you're facing Force and Frozen Banshee will be taking the stun, she will die faster because she will not have the shield for the stun. So if that's the case, you would need to bring somebody else as a DPS to take the stun, or like put her lower down the order and bring somebody else to take the stun in front of her, like instead of maybe not Ninja because you are Ninja, but somebody else, maybe instead of Resin, that will be the stun target that's further up, you know, because that's how it's work. If this one's not, if the A2 is not booked for him, then you would just delay the A2 so you get it before the stun and job done. That's why I mentioned in one of my previous videos, try to not book Helicath's A2 for these types of comps. But yeah, this is gonna be it for the video today, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope this was helpful. If this was helpful, don't forget to subscribe. It helps me a ton. There's like over 80% of you that watch my videos and are not subscribed. It doesn't cost you anything and it helps me a ton. But yeah, this is gonna be it, guys. Peace, love, take care, and see you in the next one. Bye, guys.